FYI, I am not a professional. The work completed on this channel is merely a suggestion. I am just enjoying time in my garage and trying to not take life too seriously. So relax.
Stay. Alright. So, just got a wild hair. I figured I was gonna come in here and see if I can't knock this out. What? What asshat had to go put a dent right on the corner? Not here, or here. Right here. Dick. I'm just gonna whittle at it, see what I can do, kill some time, you know. Wheeling on it. I have to cut it out. Oh, look at that. Perfect. I could put like a 90s S10 taillight right there. No. Well, shit. I went to go grab a new battery, and just decided to shit the bed. Put a new battery in, thought it might be the battery, troubleshoot some things. Oh, it might be the switch. Switch works. It's the motor. The motor is toast. So, basically like a fast forward. got a new one, you know. I have a corded one, but I like having cordless too, and I got a lot of use out of that previous one. And if in fact it, you know, people are probably like, why'd you buy the same damn brand? Why don't you go to Harbor Freight? You know, my dad used Makita. Never had really issues. Oh, what? You get a cutting wheel and a grinding disc? Look at that. Get some. All right. Get it. I got that. That better be the right size. Son of a... Ooh, okay. That. Nobody uses those. Or that. Let's save it anyway. Boom. All right, guys. So I know I said I would start with the floor, which I'm gonna get to that, but there was this dent that was in the the back end of the car that I just wanted to take care of first, which I did. So don't judge me, okay? Because this is like still kind of a car that you'd pull up next to a Mercedes and be like, you'd be checking this out more than you would the Mercedes, because it's just like every other car on the road, you know? Either that or you just don't want to get tetanus, so you're like staying away. Anyway, here's what we got. Not too bad. There was this divot, so the car had been hit somewhere like this way. I don't know if it backed into something or what, but this was a long time ago, because they tried to do the whole drill and then pull it out kind of thing. Well, I don't know, unless some little lady decided to just sideswipe her garage backing into it or something. Who knows, you know. But not too bad. What I did was I cut the whole thing out because I couldn't get it underneath it and pop this out, just because of this shape of the metal. So dense they couldn't get in there to get enough leverage to pop that out. So I just cut it out, reshaped it as best as possible, and you know, it's gonna need a little love. I did as best as possible, I guess. You know, nothing a little layer of Bondo can't fix. You know. Okay, so before I get to the floors, I gotta see it with the front of the car on. So I got the clip, or I wheeled the front end in, and I measured. So I measured the width of the motor. I measured the width of the motor, roughly 26 inches wide, roughly. I went 27. It's not the entire actual width of the motor itself. I went in a little bit, so what I'm guessing is that this is gonna kind of tuck up next to the sides of the motor, being this front apron here. And I measured the 27 inches across, and I'm just gonna cut this section, cut that section out, and lift it up and place it up, or just to mock it up and see what it looks like. But just to place it on the car, you know, see where the wheels sit inside the wheel well. Anyway, let's get to getting. So I went in to go edit all the footage that I'd recorded for the last 3 days. It was all on. I got a new camera, so I was figuring out how to operate it, and turns out it was not on video mode. It was on like hyperspace mode. So say I record for 20 minutes, it was like 20 seconds. So there'll probably be some footage that I'll like add in, you know, just to the side of my head here, that'll just rapid speed, just a rabbit's pace of getting shit done. So I'm gonna go ahead and redo this all over again. The work that I did get done, I pulled the floor out, and now I'm working on the braces, the front braces for the floor. It's just got Flintstone floors now, so I just started from scratch. I'm gonna still use the floor pans from the 49 through 51 Ford four-door. I got all those. They're all cut out, bead rolled, strengthened, and they gave me support braces, which is actually nice since I had to cut the support braces out, the original ones of the car, which I'm gonna try and use. I'm gonna try and still use them as much as possible, the ones that are salvageable. Otherwise, I'll just splice in the new ones and, you know, bend and tweak them so it'll go over the trans and the driveline. But anyway, let me get. So I got the car lifted up. All of it is gutted. It's all out. There's some spots that are worse than others, of course, but I'm working on this front. Let's see if you can see it from the top. So it's the front brace right under your feet, driver's seat, and the brace, the front brace that holds up the. We don't need that. That holds up the front floor pan. It fell off. It's no longer good. So I'm gonna go back in, I'm gonna splice in some sheet metal that'll fit in here. So I have a good anchor for this to bite off of, and I can weld that back to where it belongs. And there's just somewhere in there. But you get the idea, you know, it's not rocket science, but I'm sure you'll get there'll be some guys chiming in being like, what in the actual hell are you doing, dude? Which is fine. That's good. You know, if you want to do it, come on over here and do it. I ain't paying you. All right, bye. Cool. All right, guys. So, like a better view. Here's the front mount. Welded it back in. I fixed the metal behind it because it was just kind of decaying. So I just went ahead and just restructured it a bit, a little bit more strength. Nothing crazy. This is just this ain't no concourse car by any means, obviously. But there's the other side. It was not as worse off, but you know, all the same. Now I can concentrate on getting that bracing goes up and over the frame, up and over the transmission. So that's what I'm gonna work on next. So I'll lower the car down and work on that. So at least once I put pressure down on that over the transmission, it'll basically be the bracing for the floor, further bracing for the floor. And it'll pretty much hold itself up. Then I could start marking from the underside where I want to spot weld everything from the top end. All right. Got the car down. This is where the support straps are, or the support bracing. I'm gonna, I went and grabbed all the scraps from the floor that I took up out of here, and I'm gonna cut off the existing support straps that were already there because they're in decent shape. I just got to grind them off a little bit cleaner. And then what I'm gonna do is just cut like little pie cuts in the support here, so I can bend the flat strap, but then articulate it so it goes up and over the, just form it correctly for this application, and should work out pretty good. Here's one of the pieces that I grabbed. This is the tunnel. This is the underside of the car. This is where the original transmission would have been. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut just this section out, just this strap, and utilize that as best as possible. The other kit that I got, obviously it's not for a Plymouth, it's for a Ford, but it's just a different size. Width of it's a different size. So I'll use this for the middle bracing, because there's nothing left that was under the seat. It's pretty well toast. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to getting on this strap, and we'll get that off and weld it in the car. All right. So you can see where I got started as far as the bracing goes. I used this brace. That's what I was separating from the floor, was this piece, but it was much more of a gradual slope. So I made it more abrupt of a transition. When I meant by pie cutting last time was I made little slices in here and then welded them on the backside so they keep the same strength. I mean, obviously it's wiggly right now, but that's what the bracing would have done if I peeled the whole floor off originally and just left the brace. But it'll all keep its form once I put the floor in. It'll hold more of its structure, be more sound. So I got that. I will probably I've got the floor, the footboard only goes up so far. I gotta fabricate a piece in here that will clear both the engine, transmission, and the exhaust. Because I think it's gonna, well, it might be like really close to the firewall, but I would like to at least kind of create like a bulge, if you will. Then I gotta figure out where the brakes are gonna go. On and on. But as of right now, I'm working on getting the foot panel in, and then the driver's side cut in. I'm gonna weld it right to the edge here. The door sills on this car have seen better days, but I'm just gonna skim right over the top of them and weld in another plate. That's just what's gonna work best for me. I don't have the proper tools, I just don't have the proper tools in order to be doing extensive sheet metal such as this. I mean, really, it's I'd need, if I were to go with this route, I'd need like a dimple die to put the original like door sills in. but they're like $700. I'm not about to spend that kind of money on stupid plastic door sills. So I'm just gonna go right over the top of them once I get all the floors and attach them, splice them all in. And, you know, it's good enough for me. I mean, it won't be OG. I'm sure the purists out there are probably just barfing right now at the thought. But, yeah, let's get to it. I'm gonna work on getting the floors in, start tacking those in place, and just kind of building as I go. I think most of the car build, like when we have our projects, they're sitting in the garage. If they actually get tackled, I think even before you tackle the car, you just stare at it for hours on end, pace around it, you know, make a lap or two, nod at it, what you could do, what you couldn't do. And then you go and tackle it, and you're like, oh, I should have done that different. But it's all right. I got as far as I want to get on the floor for right now. I need to address the tunnel for the driveline. Right now I've got in 3 panels. The foot panel, there, hold on. Come over here, check it out. All right. You got the foot panel where your feet are, seat, and I still need to get to the bracing. This is the existing bracing for under the rear seat or right at the foot of the rear seat. But like I was saying, I gotta put in the tunnel right now. Here's straight after it. So you can see, like, I gotta come in, I gotta cut this straight down. I'm gonna have a tunnel made so I can weld that in. And basically just duplicate everything over there to over here. But this is where I'm stopping because it's seen some better days. There's this. oh, that's nice. That's not. Oh, that's not good. What about? Nope, not good. So I'm gonna have to cut all this out. I'll make a template from that side, and then get one long piece of sheet metal. And I'm not gonna go and put the little holes in it for the it's like the foot sill or the door sill where you'd step onto it. It says Plymouth, and they want some extreme amount of money for them. I'm gonna go ahead and resheet that, just skin that whole top portion, and then I'll get some, like, I don't know, rubber kick paneling that you'd put on a kick panel on a door in your home, you know. I don't know, some rubber matting that you won't notice the difference. It's something to step on before you get in. There'll be carpet and stuff, but I want to at least have it as nice as possible. But once I get that, then from the underside, I'll lift the whole car up, and then from the underside, I'll put in the extra bracing that I have. It looks similar to this stuff, like I showed you earlier, and I'll articulate that or manipulate that so I can put some force on the underside. And then two, I gotta make some cuts here, and elevate this up. So just so the rear arms clear and just looks nice. I'm gonna have to go back in and cut this. I might have to cut into, I don't know just yet, but I might have to cut into the seat frame. But we'll get there when we get there. Anyway, somewhat done. I haven't finished really final welding everything, or finished really cutting it all, but you get the idea. It is what it is. Oh, terrible. Okay. Anyway. Got it. It's getting close, guys. It's one more step to the finale. Good glove. I did get the front end on. I still got to put the hood so you can see it. But for the most part, that's kind of where she'll sit. Not bad. We're getting there. I do appreciate you guys still following along, tagging along with me. But it's fun for me. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. The next time it'll be the other side. I'll work on getting some content for the following side. Today's a Sunday, the first Sunday of the new year. Happy New Year. Hope everyone's holidays were good. Bring on the new year. Do some shit. Work on your projects. Get it done. Resolutions or whatever you got to do, but or you can just sit and watch me do this and scream out 4 little words and hammer my way through it. But thanks a lot for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. I enjoy the comments. Comments, guys, are great. Thank you for the positive feedback. It's always a nice little bit of energy to read those and maybe find out that there are people who are working on the same stuff or the same era of car, whether it be a Suburban, a coupe, a 4-door, what have you. Anyway, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, and we'll see you around.